Welcome to our tailgate. Today's tailgate is really going to focus on you. Going to focus on what you can control. You know, there's two things that you can control right now. Right now through the COVID-19 situation that we're all in. But you know, whenever that ends, and it'll end. I don't know if it'll ever be forgotten, but I think the urgency of the situation in regards to how we live and we work today, that's gonna change back to, I think, normalcy at some point, right? And so the two things we can control now through this, but we can control two things beyond what we're in our lives today with COVID-19, and that is you can control your language. And you can control your effort. Just think about that. What do I mean by language? Well, yeah, we can control that language that our moms and dads always got us on, and yeah, we can control that language. But I'm talking about we can control our language in regards to what we say to others, and that could be our internal teammates. And so think about the choice you have in regards to a message that perhaps your company is asking you to lead with today. And there's going to be some people that their language is going to be negative. I'd like you to take the positive. And how can you lift up others? How can you lift up your teammates? How can you lift up your customers today? And so it's the language that we use, the words we type, the words we write, and what we say to others. Are we using the thank you language? Are we using what I call the 5 steps of increasing the value? Are we demonstrating our appreciation to our customer? Are we demonstrating, that can do, will do attitude? What is your body language like? So you can control the language that you demonstrate on a daily basis. And you can control your effort. You get to control how much you're willing to do, how far you're willing to go for a customer today, how far you're willing to go for one of your teammates today. You can control your effort. You get to decide how much compassion you're going to have for your teammate, your coworker, your customer. You get to demonstrate that in regards to how you pick up the phone, how you show up for work, how you put on your hard hat, how quickly you walk to station at your location, how willing you are to do what my banker did last night for me. Got to share that story. Small businesses like All Terrain are being impacted just like you. And so you might be aware that our government has set up some avenues in regards to being able to have some financial aid provided. And so it was about 7:30 last night, I got a phone call from my banker needing some additional information. And then he sent an email follow-up, and I had said, I can't believe, Ryan, that you're doing this. I mean, that you're it's 7:30 and you're at your bank. He said, David, it's all hands on deck right now. He's the president of the company. He's leading. He's not doing anything that he's not asking any one of his employees to do. He said, David, I'll be here till 10 o'clock tonight, and I'll be here tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. We want to get this process. We know that you need our help right now. That's compassion. That's commitment. God, I was just thinking my bank could have put ads in the paper. They could have sent me a calendar. They could have done a lot of things had the COVID-19 not happened, and it would not have bought the amount of loyalty that I'm going to have for my local bank and my local banker now because of the compassion and because of the commitment that he and they are showing me right now. So my question to you is, how are you demonstrating compassion? How are you demonstrating commitment to your customers today? How are you demonstrating compassion and commitment to your coworker today? You can control your language. You can control your effort. And so I'd like you to share your compassion. I'd like you to share your commitment. I'd like you to share it loud, and I'd like you to share it proud, and I'd like you to have it do it over and over and over again, so that farmers and so your coworkers, they actually say, what happened to them, but where have they been? But I'm really amazed at the level of service. I'm really amazed at the level of commitment. I'm so glad that they're stepping up now for me. You have an opportunity right now to purchase so much advertising, to purchase so much goodwill, that you could probably would never be able to find the resources or money in your budget to ever buy that much, than for you now to roll up your sleeves, control your language, control your effort, demonstrate your compassion and commitment. I want your follow-up to be clear. Here is what I'm going to do. Here is what you should expect next. Here is the timeline we are on. And if he'll do that, your next best year is already being written right now. Your next best story of helping a customer is now being written. If you ever wondered why you do what you do, well, now's the time to figure out what that reason is. Now is the time to define the impact that you have on a customer as a result of them doing business with you, as a result of them working with you. Now you have that opportunity to define it. It's controlling your language. It's controlling your effort. It's being proud. It's being loud. It's being confident. You're going to find you'll never have worked so hard in your life and been so less tired. You ever wondered that sometimes it's like, I'm tired. Boy, this is going to be hard. And guess what? Quickly you wear out. I used to run track a long time ago. And I remember that the coach would give us pyramids. I was a 400, 800 guy, and so we'd run some 300s timed, and then you'd rest for 30 seconds, and you had to run a 200-meter timed, and then a 100-meter time. And you had to hit these, and then you'd run these pyramids one after another. 300, 200, 100, 100, 100, 200, 300, and back and forth. And it was all about building endurance. And you build endurance by testing your character. And when your character is tested, it then forms perseverance. And you'll be fine that you're going to increase the endurance that you have in your job and in your life. And in everything that you're going to do, you're going to increase that endurance. You're going to be less tired. Why? Because you're going to be impacting so many people, you can't quit. It's what I, as a customer, felt last night when my banker said, David, it's all hands on deck. We're here for you. I'll be here till 10. I'll be back at morning at 5. We're here to help you. God, that felt good. What are you doing today to have your coworkers feel good that you're on their team, that you're on the team that works right with them? What are you doing right now that your customers are going, God, I'm glad I work with him or her. I'm so glad I work with them. You control your language. You get to control your effort. You get to build your endurance. It's what we do on these tailgates. I'm so glad that you're building your endurance with All Terrain. For All Terrain, I'm David Dahm.